Hey folks, today we're going to be dealing with the battery on this 2019 Dodge Ram Classic. I've already measured the battery voltage when the truck is running, and it was up at about 14.5. So that means the alternator is charging the battery. However, looking at the voltage now, and it's been sitting a while again, you can see that it's sitting at about 9.5 volts. So this battery is weak. I don't know if it could be recovered, but I'm just going to replace it. So one thing that I'm going to do is keep another battery hooked up to the terminals so I don't lose my clock and all that information. So I'm just going to get some alligator clips and set a motorcycle battery here and then clip it onto the posts while I'm taking those off, so I'm maintaining a voltage, hopefully. So stand by. Okay, so I've got that motorcycle battery on there now, and you can see I'm measuring 12.2 volts. I don't want to keep this on there too long because the other one, could pull this one down. I'm sure there's some things that require some voltage and current to keep the computer alive and whatever in this truck. So I'm going to disconnect the existing battery, and sorry about that. There's a clamp over on this side that has to be removed, and then the two posts. So I'll get that going, disconnected, and see what happens. 10mm. There's the clamp. Okay, definitely a 10mm. And here I want to make sure I've got my auxiliary battery ready to go. I'm just going to loosen these. So I'm going to put the green on ground. Or the negative side. And then, of course, well, yellow is going to be on positive, so see how that goes. And take a check of the voltage here. I've got 12.2, so that should be sufficient to keep me going. And now it's a matter of getting the bad battery out of there. Without, I guess, zapping everything out. Okay, so got the negative cable off. And the other thing is, since this has 12 volts on it, I have to make sure that I'm not going to short anything out here. Oh, I just lost my connection. So it could be pointless now. I lost my connection. Was trying to avoid that, but it came off. Okay, and I'm still sitting at 12 volts, so that's pretty good. Hopefully I didn't lose everything, all the settings and all that. I am going to have to vacuum out the battery box a little bit, but first things first, I want to get that battery over to the auto parts store and get a replacement here. Okay, I'm back with the battery here. I went with the Napa Legend Premium AGM, and this bad boy was not cheap. Out the door, $267, almost $268. So, yeah, that's what I got. Anyway, so I'm going to get this thing back up in there and see how we're doing. This battery back up in there. Probably going to be a little bit of a bear. I still have my wires connected here to the motorcycle battery and still running at about 12.6 volts. So anything that needs power is probably still powered up there. And for some reason my headlights came on. Not what I wanted to do. I think I'm stealing the car or something. So I just threw the motorcycle battery back on the tender because it probably got pulled down a bit, but let's see where our voltage is on this one. So still sitting at about 12.6. So brand new battery, perfect. I am going to tighten up the clamps. All right, so now try to get this back on there. Okay, not too bad. And again, we'll just measure up the voltage real quick. Oh, it's even better, 12.8. Get these off of here. All right, so the goal really was to keep the voltage on the battery while I was removing everything, and I think I failed because it did come off a couple of times, so I'm just going to have to see if anything has to be reset on the vehicle inside. And I don't want to get too crazy tightening this thing up because should be good. I want to get this clamp back in there. Okay, just to kind of button things up here, I've got the pad back on here, or the warmer, whatever it is. Terminals back on. I put the clamp back on. So all of this requires number 10 millimeter on the clamps, and the clamp down at the bottom. So let's go in the vehicle and see if anything has to be reset. Unfortunately, it looks like I lost my clock. So I may have to redo some settings here, unfortunately. Okay, everything's fired up here. Luckily, the only thing I had to do was reset the clock and turn my climate control back on. Looks like it saved the radio stations and everything, so not too bad overall, and not a bad battery swap. So there you go.